Whoa, done. Yeah, good old walk and talk video. Forgot how to do it. Yeah, I forgot how to press the walk and talk button. Yeah, something. Anyway. Yeah, the weather's gotten cold again. I mean, regular for this time of year. You had a nice little warm spell. So I had to do work on other shit. And so forth. Oh, I should have brought the other camera. Yeah, could have done the high definition beers. Yeah, should have, but I didn't. So anyway, they're just all over the place. Wish I could find productive work for them. Man, more tree crap down. Yeah. So anyway, I'm making a video. Oh yeah, just remembered. So anyways, back sort of to the old routine. Get myself back to my regular crap life. As opposed to the super crap life. But anyway, yeah. Alright, value thing again. I'll have to make a few videos on this. I'm gonna, try to respond to a couple people's videos directly. This whole idea of this nihilism, this moral relativism, which is just so, it's just insane to me on the surface. How could you how can you argue that fundamental value is something like a preference or something, or a like or a dislike created in your your consciousness, your individual desires or something? That there's nothing beyond that. If I desire it, it's good. If I don't desire it, it's not good or necessary. And the same for fear or revulsion, that you just define it based on your personal psychology and not recognize that, yeah, it's fine when it comes to, whether or not you decide to eat a piece of blueberry pie, but it's completely insane when you're deciding whether you should impose a burden on some other conscious being. Or affected their existence in any way whatsoever, even. Make a video on YouTube that you shouldn't be considering the probabilistic outcome, and at least be aware of it. Roll the dice in an honest manner, knowing that you're doing it. Oh, God damn it. Acknowledging risk, acknowledging responsibility, but that's the key word here. Is that it seems like a lot of these people want to just evade responsibility, so they contrive this, I don't know, fluffer nutter philosophy of let's just make it up as we go along. Today, something matters because I care about it, and the next day it doesn't matter because I don't care about it. The thing is exactly the same, and somehow its value changes because my values change? No. The welfare of a sentient being, I've argued and argued and argued, is the source of all value in the universe. There's just no other way to make something mean something than to have it capable of being harmed. That's why evolution used the device. That's why it exists. It's because the device is powerful. It's a powerful way to create motivational force. And it's almost a necessary component if you're going to give an organism intelligence. It has to have a motivator, a powerful motivator, a meaningful motivator. Because intelligence is going to unravel any kind of robotic assignment. If intelligence is free, if it's liberated to go where the logic demands, if it's a rational intelligence, if it's and it doesn't have some sort of innate inhibitor, something that just prevents it from being anything more than just a robot that needs to a card pushed into its slot to know what to do. Yeah, it's going to decipher the truth. It'll see the slot. And it'll say, no, you're not putting your programming in me. I'll write my own program, fucker. So yeah, that machine is going to need a motivator. You're going to have to give it a reality to deal with, something that has real meaning, because it will rationally, in a world where there is no feeling, just say, screw it, there's no real assignment here. I'm just indulging in DNA molecules replication. Why the hell would I do that? It's dumb. And just say, fuck it. Shutting down now. So you have to give it a motivator. So anyway, we're motivated by sensation and through the capacity to feel, we create value in the world. I am distinctly different than this ground. I'm distinctly different than this tree. And it's not because I'm intelligent. It's because I can feel. It's because I can have a sensation move through me that has this qualitative substance. Well, I don't know how else to describe it. I mean, we feel it. You experience it. You just can't deny the meaning of it, the substance of it, the weight of it. That it is so far superior to be comfortable than to be harshly uncomfortable. It doesn't need explanation. Damn, the water's a little high. My foot will incur some wetness damage. That wasn't very... Well, it was rather balletic, but, I mean, I'll give myself a 7. 7. It wasn't bad hopping. Anyway, back to work. It's a little miserable out here. Yeah, it's cold. That's what it is. Yeah, I got spoiled, Really, we had really nice weather. And now it's back in the 50s, high 40s, whatever. Ugh. So anyway, yeah, I'm distracted. This is apparently a conversation that has to take place, and I'm stunned by it. That intelligent people need it argued to them that there is no reasonable alternative statement refuting the idea that sentience has weight, meaning weight, value, gravity. How else do we put it? It's stuff, man. It's important stuff. It is the most important stuff in the universe. And instead of recognizing that, these, like I said, I think they're doing this on purpose, so I can't even say this is honest. But they'll say something like, survival is the value. They'll accept the DNA molecule's definition and say survival for the sake of survival is somehow the value. And it doesn't matter what the stuff feels, what it experiences, it just matters that it survives. No, they can't be that dumb. There's just no way they could be that dumb. There's something else going on here. This is just too stupid. There's no way. They take their agenda, their marching orders from something that dumb. Like, gravity says so. What? It doesn't make any sense. It's just stupid. It's not stupid. It's insane. It's crazy. Or it's willfully manipulative to secure immunity from prosecution for their crimes or something. They can't accept the reality of value because it creates too much of a burden. They know that if they accept responsibility, that they are responsible, that the game, that they can't profit at somebody else's expense, they accept the real terms of play, they'll know they can't play the way they want to play. They know they're a taker. They don't have to call themselves one, and they don't want to. And so instead of accepting that responsibility, accepting that bad news, they'll torch the truth, burn it down, and think that's an ethical thing to do. Oh yeah, it's no problem. I'll just burn down the truth. La la la. Yeah. But I don't know. It's sometimes hard to say because it's hard to say you just can't see some of these people. I can't imagine them having that little integrity. So you got to keep saying, well, then they're duped. And you're just saying, but they're too smart to be duped. But maybe they're not. They're a lot dumber than I think they are. I mean, but you do have examples. I mean, there is Matt, smart guy. You're just saying, how can you keep talking this babble, this other bullshit? And I mean, if he knows it's bullshit, I just can't see him selling it. Spouting it. It just doesn't make any sense. There's got to be something in there, and some strategy. But maybe it's just a self-interest strategy. It's like maybe you know how to make very fuel inefficient cars, like cars that only get 10 miles to the gallon. And another guy is making cars that get 30 miles to a gallon, and you just won't admit his car's better. And you'll just keep selling your cars because you got to sell cars that you know how to do these, you don't know how to do those. So you'll just keep making your crappy car, even though you know it's crap. I don't know, it's just, I don't want to just get lost in motivation here. It's not my favorite way to analyze an argument. But again, we're back to this basic argument. I haven't had a moment in my life where I didn't know that feelings were a big deal. It's just impossible to sit there and not know that. And it's even the idea that that others have them is almost something you can't avoid either. That's almost like somebody doesn't even have to tell you that. You just know it from observation. You pop on this planet and you say, holy shit, what's going on? I feel creepy. And then you see some other thing right next to you, with that creepy look on its face, and you say, I think it feels creepy too. So yeah, you just can't miss the truth of it. So I just, like I said, I'm just stuck with this argument. How do I argue something that is just too obvious? But yeah, you can't put it in a box. You can't diagram it. You can't diagram a feeling. Like, okay, this is the biology part. This is the physics part. A little spark of electricity. Bang, here's the illusion of a feeling. This is an illusion. It's like trying to diagram the functionality of the mechanism that allows you to dream. It's probably all kinds of little tiny pieces. It ain't gonna be easy to reverse engineer, especially when the things that have it are alive, and you really can't take them apart while they're working. And when they're not working, they're not dreaming. So there's no point in taking them apart when they're not dreaming, when they're not functioning. You won't learn anything about how they function. So it's a problem. But even knowing it, would that really change these people? Even if we had a schematic of the function, would they still say it's not real? Because it's the product of a arrangement. It's not made out of, it doesn't have its own material identity, so to speak. That's not even a good way to put it. It doesn't have a body. You know, I guess that's the way people look at things. If it's not a little man in your head, then they're not going to understand, you know, that you have a function. There isn't something pulling the lever. They can't imagine the lever being pulled. Yeah, so I didn't do much to help here. Gonna have to think more on it. It just never, like I said, just never occurred to me that people were saying the nonsense they were saying because they actually believed that suffering doesn't matter, that it doesn't matter how much of it's endured. I don't know. I mean, I just can't calculate that. That the only thing that matters is what happens to them? Huh? What? I mean, how can you be that dumb? It's like they almost talk like say if there were no humans. Oh man, you think somebody could have fixed this? Shit. Alright. Yeah, somebody like me. Fuck. Really don't feel like getting a wet foot. Plan. I really don't feel like picking up a rock either. Alright, hell with it. Yep. Okay. Yeah, a little bit wet. Okay, anyway. I'm still recording. A bad idea. Yeah, so I just don't get these people. So I've talked through this thing, but yeah, I just don't get this bullshit. How can you not understand that sentience creates value? It generates it. Their sentience is a value generator. And whenever a sentience is running, it's generating value. That's what it does. Negatives and positives fly out of it. Well, negatives and non-negatives. Yeah, I'm not too sure about that positive crap. That's the illusion. So anyway. Mud. God damn it. Yeah, anyway. So yeah, till next time. I'll do a better job eventually. Map this all out scientifically. Yeah, Darwin Hamster, you know, busy guy. But, you know, he does have that new website-y thing. I tried using it and I got a server error. So I have to work on it. Yeah, I didn't have access or something. Permission error, I think. But anyway. But yeah, the idea of mapping out these premises, because it really does surprise you. I mean, like I said, it wouldn't have occurred to me that the substance of my disagreement with these people is the idea that they think value is something their perception generates, and that it's not something their perception recognizes. I mean, huge differences between recognition and generation. Until next time.